Ricky Patel from America.
He beats us
Every
at
time.
every live.
Why?
Ricky Patel's message comes even before our stream says you are live. Ricky Patel from America.
That's
He's
the
always there.
first comment that you will read every
Ricky
day.
Patel ji, thank you very much.
Yeah. Vansh Jain,
Welcome.
a regular watcher. We're just warming up. Amritanshu is saying maza aayega. I hope so. Okay, now we can see. Where is the team staying in Mohali? Taj, I'm guessing. Will be at the Taj.
Chandigarh.
Could be Marriott.
No, they'll be staying
Taj.
in Chandigarh, na?
Haan, Taj Chandigarh.
Taj or
Near
Marriott.
17th sector, there itself. Could be Taj or Marriott. Before that, there is an update. Those live, not live actually, what do you call, used cartridges,
Okay.
shells were found
Bullet
Yeah.
shells.
in the bus, which is a Sri Lankan team bus.
No, but was it the Sri Lanka team bus or was
Sri
it for
Lanka.
India?
No, Sri Lanka.
No,
What
Sri
we are
Lanka.
getting
Did
to know,
they,
Sri
did they
Lanka.
say after the cartridges were found that it was for Sri Lanka, not
Conspiracy
India?
theory.
That's what.
You never know.
Conspiracy
No,
theory.
but what has also come to light now is that the same bus was also used for a wedding purpose also, and in Punjab you know it better.
In North India,
In North
in
India.
Western UP,
No, but-
in,
in
also
UP, yeah.
everywhere.
So-
Guns are being fired
But-
regularly at weddings. I know there is a petrol pump very close to the hotel
yeah.
where whenever some good batting performance happens in the Indian team, there are some rounds fired in the air in Chandigarh. So it's
So
common.
all eyes on Mohali now.
The first-
Dharamshala, Lucknow,
So nothing
everything
to
done,
worry
dusted.
about, about the team.
Hopefully.
Those shells, I'm saying. Those shells
No,
were
no,
just...
there's another theory that maybe that bus was used for some wedding.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And
It's normal in Punjab to fire some in the air, a few shots. So that bus was used before that, so nothing to worry. They were, as I said, used shell. No live ammunition or bullet was found in that bus. And because that bus was used for a marriage function, it's pretty common to have that. So that's why we will elaborate it. Just to again tell you, some used bullet shells were found in the bus. That bus was carrying the Sri Lankan players. Remember, the Sri Lankan team is there. The test specialists are there, just like test specialists of Indian team are there. So when they were being transported, they found some used bullet shells, but nothing to worry about. As they said, probably because that bus was used for a marriage function a few days before that. And in marriage functions, sometimes in the north of India, they fire live rounds in the air to celebrate. So must be the used shells of that. So nothing, no other angle to it. So nothing to worry about. That's the latest news. Now the other news, which is the big news, and we will discuss that, is why are there no crowds allowed in the 100 test match of arguably the greatest player of this generation in the world? He is playing his 100 test
No,
match.
I
Why are
actually-
crowds not allowed when there were crowds in Dharamshala, when there will be crowds
Crowd-
in Bangalore?
I have a technical question. Who decides if there is going to be crowd for one particular match and maybe not in the other
I
other
think
match
the
of the
home
series?
board.
So I am
The
asking,
home boards
do you take
have that
permission?
decision.
Do you take any advice from the state government?
Yes, you will have to.
You'll
because
have
there
to.
are COVID protocols, so you will have to
Exactly.
take advice.
So you'll have to take the advice and permission from the state government also.
Yes.
So state government.
If you are allowed public in a certain
So
area.
state
Like
government-
we are planning to go during the IPL to different cities, we will have to take permission from the local authorities before having a crowd there. Similarly, for a match, the state association will have to take permission
Right.
from the government agency. Then
Right.
state association will have to say whether they have the wherewithal to have crowd and then manage COVID protocol.
Right.
Some association may not get the support, some may get support, some may not have resources, some may have resources. And then the BCCI also plays a role.
Right.
Because
Final decision.
because there are Indian players, and if they want them to be exposed to crowd or not, because BCCI has to ensure the series goes on. So it will be a tri-party agreement between state
Right.
government, state board, and BCCI.
Okay. So why are we saying that BCCI has decided that there will be no crowd in this Mohali
Because the
test?
reports are saying that BCCI, because that PCA CEO, the Punjab Cricket Association CEO, has given an interview to Press Trust of India, in
Okay.
which he has said that he has been told by the BCCI to conduct the match without crowds. So that is the latest. Now my point is, can the state board not? Firstly, because you're from that city as well. What is the situation? Because what I got to hear from a few relatives that I have there, that compared to Delhi and all other cities, Punjab still has a lot of restrictions like nighttime curfew and things which have been lifted here. There are still a lot more restrictions.
Even today?
Even today is what I heard till at least few days ago. I may be wrong, so because I don't stay there, I have like extended relatives there. So somebody was mentioning, do you know if it's stricter than Delhi at the moment in terms of what the state government
Do
is?
you have night curfew there?
So see, Delhi has
Lifted everything.
lifted everything.
Yeah.
In Delhi, they are saying even if you are four people in a car, if it's a private car, you don't need to wear a mask.
Yeah.
So that's there.
Yeah.
But the message coming out from the Punjab Cricket Association is
Yeah.
that it is the directive of the BCCI that you should not have any crowds. They have not said that the Punjab government or Punjab police has told them not to have the crowds.
How can the
I
BCCI
can, I
decide?
can. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
And you know, I can understand the fact that elections were held in Punjab.
Yes.
And you would need police protection for the polling booths and then the counting day. Then why have the test match
At all.
before the before the counting day? Have the test match after the counting. So you should have
Exactly.
gone to Bangalore,
Yes.
where you could have had the crowd,
No, I think-
and then bring the test match to Mohali.
You're
The
saying
issue
trap-
may be from Dharamshala, you want to come to Mohali, play the
No,
match, then go
you
to
can always-
But from
see-
Dharamshala, Bangalore,
No,
back to Mohali,
you know,
that may be the issue.
The excuse that you have come up with is something that the BCCI also thought, because I think originally this was the plan that you may
Yeah.
have the first test in Bangalore, and it was only later or an afterthought that the first test was scheduled in Mohali.
Yeah, but because of these logistical issues, now see, you're playing
You
back-to-back
have-
matches,
have-
not too many gaps. If you're going to spend 2 days traveling from one place to another, also.
No, you'll take a flight.
Yeah, but it takes time now. From Dharamshala, you'll have a connecting flight. You get, so it'll be 1 day of that. Then you're tired and you're going so far. All I'm saying is, you've played 2 back-to-back matches. That rarely happens. T20. Now within 3 days or so, you're playing a test match also. Right? Fourth is 4 days or so. So
Only
I think
12.
because of
Only 12 Indian cricketers have managed to play 100.
11. He'll be the 12th.
He'll be the 12th.
Yeah.
He will be the 12th. So only 12 cricketers so far. Virat, of course, will be the 12th. I think all these issues could have been taken care of. And this.
Okay, but why would the BCCI tell Punjab Cricket Association not to have
No,
the crowd?
maybe
Why?
Punjab Cricket Association has not divulged all
The
details.
details,
All
correct.
details.
That was my
I
point.
understand. But then in Dharamshala,
No, so you're trying to say maybe it is they've not divulged all details, meaning there could be a directive from the
yeah.
state government.
No, there could have been.
No. What I'm saying is, maybe they've not divulged the full details of the BCCI directive. BCCI is saying, please don't do this. And maybe Punjab Cricket Association hasn't told people why is the BCCI saying don't do this. So maybe the BCCI may have listed A, B, and C.
But why should a BCCI have a problem? It's the prerogative of the board.
The BCCI
state
can BCCI
State
can
association.
decide whether or not to have the crowds. So and that will be in line with the state governments also.
government.
But you had crowds in Lucknow.
Yeah.
You had crowds in Dharamshala.
Somewhere I read they're saying
You
because
have-
there
You
are
had
more.
crowds in Kolkata.
No, somewhere they're saying more COVID cases in and around.
Sajak, can you find out COVID cases in Mohali,
I'll tell you,
Chandigarh
250 or
today?
so. I think I read today. The last report was about 140 deaths in Chandigarh.
Overall, that is overall.
Overall, yeah.
Overall.
So 140 some, yeah, and
Over a period of.
whatever this wave, I think. So they keep giving updates, and 200 active cases or something like that. It was. I'll have to check that again. If Sajak can tell, COVID cases in Chandigarh at the moment, he can tell.
I
So
still-
that is the excuse that they're giving. But you're right. I don't think there's going to be a stark difference between the number of cases in
Exactly.
Chandigarh vis-a-vis Bangalore, vis-a-vis Lucknow
Or
Dharamshala.
yes.
There shouldn't be a
I
difference.
mean,
They could
yes,
have
I
found
do
a way
understand
out.
that the state governments or the state police, but this is not a security issue.
Yes.
I mean, the police comes into. It's not a security issue. I mean, you would need
But
police.
COVID issue, where government says I don't want cases.
But
to
you had
spread.
elections in those in that state, yeah.
Yeah, but you know they make exceptions for election. They
You've
do
had
election rallies.
This is
Yeah,
exactly what
double
I have.
standard,
Exactly.
double standard.
You've had election rallies every place. You had so
See,
many
people
events.
watch the games on television. In Mohali, anyways, you would have 2,000, 5,000 people coming in for the test match. So, maybe they could have taken the first test match to Bangalore then.
Logistics,
bring the
I
second
said.
test match.
Logistics, so Dharamshala, Bangalore, back
Flight,
to
yeah.
Mohali.
It's a
I
flight.
know, because the gap is
It's
so
just a
less.
chartered flight which flies from A to B or C.
You don't travel. And see, coming from Dharamshala to Mohali would have taken
If the
you how
test
many?
match is important for Indian cricket.
Of course,
I mean,
it
of
is.
course,
Of
not
course it
just
is.
the beginning of the series.
Yeah.
Also, this will be Virat's one of his biggest days. The World Cup win was a very big day for him.
Yeah.
A 100th test match for any cricketer is a huge occasion.
It is. No, for every Indian fan, we've celebrated the ones before this. You're saying he's a
See,
12.
Sachin Tendulkar
11
played his
years.
100th test match in Oval.
Yeah.
This was in 2002. And even the English Cricket Board, the Surrey county, they had special provisions to celebrate Sachin Tendulkar's 100th test match. Why not Virat Kohli in India?
I don't know, valid point. That's my point. And maybe the BCCI can answer what the reason is. But I can't, if you were to think of reasons, can you think of reasons why will BCCI not want to
No,
have
there can be
crowds on it?
hundreds of reasons.
What
I am
could be
saying, but for all those 100 reasons, I'm saying
What- give me
they
one or
could have
two reasons
easily
you
found a way out.
No, tell me one or two reasons. What could be the reasons? Why, if I'm the BCCI, what would I gain if there's no crowd at Virat's 100th 100? What am I going to gain?
Nothing.
Then?
Nothing.
So what could be, so why, there must be some technical reason.
Yes,
Maybe
yes,
COVID cases.
yes.
Maybe that, as you're saying, maybe not enough
No, there-
police,
I-
which BCCI knows.
No,
but they haven't made it public.
I'm sure BCCI doesn't have anything against Virat Kohli, and there has to be some reason or the other. I am saying this is a body that runs cricket in this country, and this cricket body runs the sport in the entire world to a great extent. I am saying they could have easily found a way out for having people, because not just Virat wants to see people in that
Yeah.
stadium. People want to see Virat playing his 100th.
Read this
test match.
comment. Ravi Kumar, who sent a super chat, says, "Sir, please allow fans in Mohali Test match. मैं विराट 100 टेस्ट देखना चाहता हूँ."
Ravi
नहीं,
bhai,
रवि तो पता नहीं कहाँ पे है. Ravi is in Chandigarh.
Must be. He's saying he wants to see. I'm guessing he must be there. Or even if he's not, he'll travel to watch Virat's
Exactly.
100 Test match.
See, if the crowd is allowed, even we can go and watch. the
Yes.
game.
So somebody said, "Why don't you go?" I said, "We missed the accreditation deadline, so now
नहीं,
we
TV
can't."
वैसे भी we can't
We-
take accreditation.
we don't-
No, but that's when you sponsor stuff. You have no
No,
sponsor.
no.
You can.
No, because of the
There were
end.
25 cases of COVID in Chandigarh.
so many
25 cases of COVID in
25
Chandigarh.
cases.
Today's data will be published.
Yeah, yesterday.
So yesterday they had 25 cases in Chandigarh.
Can you believe?
Find out Mohali.
Would be less than that. Smaller
25
town.
would
So
be
that's what I'm
15.
saying, no, Nikhil?
Yeah.
Or 10 maybe.
And
that
today
can't be
COVID
an
cases in Bangalore also. In Dharamshala also. In Lucknow also.
No, Bangalore I think will
Kolkata
surpass.
also.
Bangalore will surpass. No, then what could be the reason? Tell me. Can you think of one good reason? What is BCCI going to gain if there is no crowd for Virat's 100 Test match? What will the BCCI gain?
What could
No,
be
no,
the
I'm
logic?
not saying the BCCI doesn't want the crowds.
Ah.
There must be some reason.
But why?
No,
See, at times you've got to walk that extra mile. You've got to do something different. If actually their hands are tied, if the government is saying or the police is saying, yeah, please don't get the crowds in,
Correct.
fine, I agree with that.
So they
have
should come
the
out and
second
say-
test match in gate. But the first test match then could have gone to Bangalore, where you're already along 50% crowd.
Yeah.
So have the first test match in Bangalore. Maybe they could have let Mohali host the second test match with the state government's directive or with the board's directive without the crowds. Nobody would have said anything. Anything.
Now, even if they, I don't think now it's possible to change the venue.
Now it
but at
won't.
least what I would appreciate from the BCCI is come out and say the reasons. See, right now,
exactly, an
we
official
don't know
statement,
the reasons. Now, what are
an
the
official
reasons?
statement would have.
No, I'll tell you why I'm asking
Saved
that
all-
question, because a lot of people on Twitter tagging me, they must have tagged you as well, saying that, because of the whole fight between Virat Kohli and BCCI is taking revenge by ensuring that there will be no crowd, which I find very hard to believe. I don't think BCCI or any person there is going to be so petty and think that for his 100 Island
But
show there is.
Nikhil, a normal fan, a normal
Yeah, they
cricket
think like
fan,
that, but that's why I'm
no,
clearing.
I'm saying a normal cricket fan who does not know the intricacies, who is not for whom the officials are not accessible.
Answer this
He'll
question,
tend to
Jigar Patel. Vikrant sir, I'm a huge fan. Please take my name. And
Hi,
say,
Jigar.
Kya Saurav Virat fight has something to do with no crowd in 100 Test match? Virat deserves more.
See,
Tell
if at all, if at all it is about Saurav Virat fight, then the board secretary is Mr. Jaishar. I don't think it is about Saurav, or it should not be about Saurav Virat fight.
Okay, there. I also think that BCCI is not going to stoop down to that level, and I don't think there was a massive fight, and whatever it was, I think that issue may have been already done and dusted. And again, even if there was an issue between, let's say, Saurav Ganguly and Virat Kohli, it cannot be. It's still a private issue. It's not going to reach a level of BCCI. Then
When was
going
the
to decide.
itinerary for this series decided?
This was decided. No, it was changed. Now after that, it was decided earlier and then changed recently.
To Mohali.
To Mohali. It was decided well in advance, but then changed last moment, which I remember we had reported in.
Yes.
Okay, I think we can wrap up, but before that, there was a super chat for which I had taken a screenshot that was related to Nish from San Francisco.
Oh,
Nish,
yeah.
sorry we couldn't take your super chat then, but I'm taking it now. He's joining us from San Francisco, says he loves the channel and enjoys watching us. He feels now after this series, KL Rahul is not fitting in the T20 scheme of thing. What do you think?
Public memory is very short, is
agree.
my response.
He was your captain, yeah. He was
In-
your captain.
In the words of
See,
MS
India has
Dhoni-
got a good basket.
Yeah.
India always had a good basket. It was just about utilizing them, the resourcefulness, and maybe wanting to change the template. Now you don't change the template just by saying that we're changing the template. There's got to be some method in madness. Maybe the team management, the captain, maybe Virat Kohli, maybe KL Rahul. Once he's back, he'd be the vice captain most likely in T20s. So they'll sit together. And they should have a very, very clear vision as to what exactly they want to do.
Okay, I'm going to do rapid fire, quick questions based on this series. You have to give one word answers, okay? If you were selecting the T20 World Cup team today, okay?
Everybody is available.
Everyone is available, no injuries, nothing, everyone is available. And you have to select the T20 World Cup team today. Now you have to answer with that in mind. Please keep your phone silent.
Yeah, it's a
a
very-
rapid fire. It'll take
Okay,
20 seconds.
sorry.
So you are selecting the T20 World Cup team today.
Okay.
Everyone is fit and available. Okay. Your three spinners, if you're picking the team today, quickly.
Yuzi Chahal, Ravindra Jadeja and Washington Sundar.
Same.
Okay.
Yours?
I'm going instead of
Bishnoi.
Washington, Vishnoi, because variety. I have a leg spinner, I have a left arm spinner and an off spinner. So I've covered all
Off spinner?
Ravi Vishnoi. so I'm covered.
But Sundar can bowl with the new ball.
Yeah.
On the hard Australian pitches,
Sure.
and he doesn't
And
turn the
batting
ball.
option.
And he doesn't turn the ball.
Okay, fair point. Okay, those are the three spinners. Who's your wicket keeper in the playing 11 today?
Today? Rishabh Pant.
Rishabh Pant. Okay.
Will be Rishabh Pant.
Yeah, for me also, Rishabh Pant today. Who are your two openers?
Today, KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma, of course.
Openers today.
Yeah, Virat, Rohit would be my ideal pair, but they won't open.
So who are, no, you can stick to your.
I would
Virat.
love to see Virat and Rohit opening in the World T20 in Australia in the
Okay.
first game.
Okay, I'm going with KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma. Now, assuming maximum of 4 or 5 fast bowlers might be in the squad. Okay, maximum of 5. Chalo, let's assume 5 fast bowlers are going to be selected. Your 5 fast bowlers as of today in the squad, not 11, squad. 15, 18 member, whatever.
Bumrah, Jasprit Bumrah, Harshal Patel, Deepak Chahar, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and Mohammad Siraj.
No Mohammad Shami.
You pick
You are
your
asking-
chance.
Are you
Pick
asking
5
me?
in the squad.
No Shardul Thakur.
Pick your 5 quickly. Start with the one that 100%.
Okay. So I'll go with Bumrah.
Yes.
I'd go with Mohammad Siraj. I'd go with Deepak Chahar. I would go with Harshal Patel. My 5th fast bowler right now would be an open slot.
Pick one. Today you have to
Everybody is
pick
available.
It's a
Today you have to
deadline
announce.
selection. You have to announce the team.
You have to submit your
I
team
may go with Shardul Thakur.
Shardul Thakur. Okay.
ahead of
Bhuvi.
Bhuvneshwar
Movie.
Kumar.
Okay. Okay. My 5 are Jasprit Bumrah, Deepak Chahar, Mohammad Siraj. So those are my 3. I think will play in
In
the
playing
11.
11.
And 3. And then 2 I have to pick. There is Shardul, there is Bhuvaneshwar, there is Harshal Patel.
Harshal Patel.
So I am going Shardul next. 4. Now one spot left between Bhuvaneshwar and Harshal
Harshal.
Patel. Today, if team is announced, I'm picking Harshal. Maybe 10 days later. it
And
could be different.
I think you never know. Maybe both of you are right, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar might just miss the bus. But you never know.
Never know.
See, it'll
It's
depend
today
on
it is.
what Bhuvi does from here on.
Correct.
He'll be watched during the IPL, and whenever he keeps getting chances, how fit can he remain? What does he do with the older ball? Because you can't bowl 4 overs with the new ball and then not bowl at all. So if you look at Bhuvneshwar's stats in the last 2-3 years, the last 2 overs been a problem. Even though now, if you have Bumrah and Harshal, maybe they can bowl the last 4. But you never know. You never know.
Okay, now that we have all gone ahead with Rishabh Pant as our wicketkeeper, last question. Okay, in your playing 11, what is your batting? Assuming there is Rohit, there is Virat, there is KL. Top 3 done, whichever way you look at them. And assuming wicketkeeper at 5, it could be 4, but I'm saying
You
5.
said everybody is fit and available,
available.
which means is Hardik Pandya is
Yes, fit and available. I'm not asking you about lower order. I'm saying batting. 5th is, let's say, wicketkeeper, Rishabh Pant. And then there is Hardik, whatever. I'm not even getting into it. Now, who's number 4? And how do you fit both Shreyas Iyer and Sky, or only one? And if one, who goes in there?
for me Surya Kumar Yadav in white ball ahead of Shreyas.
One slot left in batting because you played Pant, right?
Surya.
In 11, Surya Kumar. I would also go. Surya Kumar, that means Shreyas
See,
Iyer.
you got to back,
despite
you
man of
got
the
to
series
back
sits
your
out.
players and give them the spot right now. Let's not play musical chairs. I mean, Surya Kumar Yadav, if they want him at 5, and I think they want him at 5, give him 5.
Okay. Final question, super chat we're taking. This is Shushil Dote says, hi all. Every time there's a World Cup, each time we will be creating new combination or what? Indian team cap is so easily available nowadays. I think, Sushil, you are right when it comes to the shorter format, but maybe because IPL is so good, it's opened up so many avenues that you have to look at. But I guess that's the reality. So it's good to have multiple options, but I like the approach that Rohit Sharma and the team are having. I think they're giving everyone a good chance before selecting the team. And so when they really sit down to select the team, they would have 100% made their mind. It shouldn't be how last T20 World Cup, we picked someone like a Chahar and we kept debating, oh, UZ should have been there. Or
Exactly.
2019 World Cup, Pant was not selected and you kept saying he should have been there, or Raidu should have been there. All that talk should be out. Whatever you decide should be unanimous.
True, I agree.
In the words of MS Dhoni,
nothing to add.
nothing more to add. On that note, good night.
And thanks to each one of you.
Yeah. And please subscribe if you haven't to Sports.
Sorry,
Today.
I was a bit busy, caught up because there's a story which is developing.
Will
Yes.
you be giving them breaking news soon?
Maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow morning.
Tonight?
Or tomorrow.
They'll have to be up then.
It'll be a
They'll keep waiting.
no,
otherwise.
it'll be
Tomorrow
a
morning.
major
Big
news.
story.
Yeah.
Breaking.
It's a
I think crowds. You're trying to speak to people involved in the decision.
No,
making
it's
What about that inquiry that has been ordered, BCCI inquiry? Is it related to that?
no,
Not.
because I'm not that respected journalist. Neither are you.
No, we are not. But we are journalists who have to find the news and break it whenever it's around.
No, but I'm not.
We're not respected,
I'm
but-
not really concerned
You're not.
about.
No, we have to
Whatever,
give news.
yeah.
You have to be true to the news.
Yeah.
We will
I
give the
am
news.
not privy to any of these.
No, but maybe press release will come, then you won't do a live if the press
No,
release.
whenever, if and when it comes, yeah, it's okay.
We've,
It's of
received
little
a-
interest
did
to
we
me.
receive a press release for
Yeah,
this
whatever will be
investigation,
decided.
It's of little
They will have to
or
say-
no use to me, maybe to you and to you as well.
No, no,
No use. Why are you saying use to us?
No, I said if it.
Oh, it's of,
I'm
it's
saying
of
if,
no use to us also.
Yes.
Okay, got that. Okay, on that note,
See, if this story comes, how will people get to know that we're putting it out?
we will go live.
But for that, if people, if
They have to subscribe.
they have
then
to
only they
subscribe and they also have to
Sorry.
press that notification bell icon,
Then only then now.
so that every time we go live,
You get to know. Okay, on that note, thank you so much for your comments. We could take as many questions we could,
Fifth
but tomorrow
time.
we'll be there.
This is the
Again,
fifth time.
we are here every day. If you're a subscriber, you join us. We keep answering questions all the time. Good night. Bye.
Bye bye.
Chalo ji, bye.